I hate to break the fishing news after Ramchek, but I'd like to speak about the ice hockey.
Congratulations, you're one of the 13 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
We just traded a migraine in for like an orgasm.
Might want to mark that down.
Yep. All of my projects are on schedule until they're not.
A member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
About as funny as we're going to get today.
Chalmers, your reaction to the Oilers not being down 2-0.
Oh, boy. I am so happy because it was the rare Game 2 must-win game for me in my head last night. I hate saying that shit.
It was a must-win.
It was
like
100%.
Yeah.
I tweeted that the third period, I said, this is the season right here. And people were like, oh, fucking your Chuck. Oh, geez, why is this tweet showing up on my timeline?
I said, what do you think it is? American Thanksgiving? You doom and gloom bastard.
But, like, if they would have lost that, they would have been pretty fucked.
Oh, they would have been mentally
unsettled for sure.
When they greased that 2-0 lead again, I was like...
And then Kupari goes in and rings one off the post. I was like, holy crap. But Klim shady.
Klim is he delivered the mail.
So from minute 1 in that game, you could tell that Leon was on another level last night.
He's a fucking tank.
Was unbelievable. And that play he made to gain the zone where Derek Ryan ends up putting in the rebound.
Grundstrom looks like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, dude. So, like, and he was unbelievable to watch. That was so much fun. And then to see, Klim get the game-winning goal. Very weak goal. He was looking past.
He's got a heavy shot.
Well, but...
Dude, he had his shot that hit the post, they said on the broadcast, his snapshot that hit the post was 89 miles an hour.
Yeah,
there are guys who one-time the puck and it doesn't get that hard.
Yeah.
Like, he has a shot.
So, explain something to me because... Okay. So a few of us were in the building last night, but as I explained before the podcast, I was sitting.
18,000 in the building.
There was in this room, people in this room, few of us, Edmontonians. I was in really, really great seats. I was lucky enough to be in the building, but I was very close. And it was hard to analyze the game and why the things were happening from where I was.
So fast.
But it was so fast and it's so big and you can only see parts of the play.
Where were you?
So I was in row 4, section 118.
That Leon goal happened. Like Leon did that
right
move
there, like right beside me. Like it was so awesome to watch. The guy I was with, Sean Lavin, shout out to him. He came to his very first playoff game.
Oh wow!
So we went early. The atmosphere, it was great. It was great, and for him to see that goal right there, he was just astonished. He's like, I'm like, they're literally facing off 20 feet from us. Like it's so awesome. Look at how cool that is. But that's the one downside of being in such awesome seats is I couldn't analyze the game. Now, explain something to me. Why does it seem like, in my point of view, we completely carried the game, but still found ourselves tied
to
first
period.
Going into the third.
We carried the game.
Break it down for me from
first 30 minutes.
10 minutes of the second, too.
Yeah. Halfway the second is when we just kind of laid it off the gas.
For me, Leon Draisaitl was a microcosm of that whole game. Dominant in the first, right? Like creates that goal, all that, takes the dumbest penalty of the entire series.
That one was silly.
Unnecessary, dumb. That's ego. That's like, I'm feeling it tonight and I hate Adrian Kempe, so I'm going to slash him not once but twice. He was also on the ice for both goals against. There was also 2 moments where Adrian Kempe was left wide open in the slot. One of them, Leon Draisaitl was just floating in the corner. The other one, he was floating up at the blue line. Like, that was the team. It was, man, when they're rolling, it's like, this is A+, no one can stop them. And then their heads almost inflate too much.
Yeah. That's 2 games in a row then, kind of. Because I was kind of
the mistakes are so avoidable.
Yeah.
The second goal right at the end of the second period in the last minute, like Vinny. Come on,
Vinny.
man.
How much?
Vinny.
But also like skinny.
Stu, come on, man.
So how much hate was Stu getting last night, but even in a win? Because, I mean, those goals, they were weaker, but I see how they happen.
The Deneau one was right in front of me. I actually give Stu a pass on that because he had 3-4 whacks at it. At some point, Bouchard's got to bring him down. Tackle him. Hack him. Something.
It's like he just climbed over the pad and just right around it in.
It's so frustrating because, again, they do stuff so well. Even Skinner, 10-bell save, sliding across, like the one he robbed Arvidsson on where he just got a toe on it and it was like almost on the line. Unreal. And then the goals he gives up, you're like, dude, what the hell?
It was weird.
Bouchard, unreal. When he was on the ice in that game, the Oilers outshot the Kings 16-3. and Bouchard only started one of his 25 shifts in the offensive zone. Every other one was on the fly or in the D zone. That's crazy. And then he does that where it's like you couldn't just like whack the puck away from Danault. Like, come on.
I know. Yeah.
There is a few things that you can notice when you're just hyper focused on just like one player or two players. Arvidsson, does it not seem like he's always the one flying through the neutral zone with the puck entering our zone?
He's good.
He is so good, but it's I don't know what their breakout is or whatever, but it's like get it to Arvidsson at the blue line and let him create speed through there. But Kempe, man, he's good. Like he's fast.
Good. So you got to be aware of him.
Yeah, you got to be. And they leave Kaliev open on
that guy's got a shot
right
too.
Side.
Like that slap shot he took.
Yeah,
that was
spicy.
Man.
Yeah, he's but like we've contained Kaliev until that one moment. Like that first period was like the most perfectly executed period of playoff hockey.
But so was their first period in game 1.
Yes. So like we just need to find that consistency. Like we just take the foot off the gas for a window of time, not a large window, and the Kings get back in. Like we can't take the Kings for granted.
So can we blame it on maybe being at home? Heightened anxiety before the game, heightened energy in the building, really, really making the players get up for this game. But that can also take something out of you as the game goes on.
I want to pass. I'm actually going to say the opposite, and I want to pass on this observation from my seat in game 1 to see if you felt the same way. Before the game, it is unreal. I think the organization deserves a ton of credit for like that moment from in between when they introduced the starting lineup to when the players are on the line for the anthem and they just let it sit.
Yep.
And they don't play music. They just do shots of the crowd and everyone just builds up like even more energy. It's awesome. The first period is bananas when it comes to like the electricity of the crowd. Someone like breathes on Drew Doughty and the crowd's like, holy shit, they cheer like it's a fucking goal.
Yeah.
But then the start of the second period, everyone's gone to grab a beer. People aren't really back at their seats yet. The crowd's like 70% full. The beginning of the second period is kind of like a lull for the crowd almost. Did you feel that too?
I did feel that.
I think the players almost feel that too, where like the crowd doesn't keep up this like crazy energy and the players almost like lose their focus and intensity. I really do think the crowd is driven.
So it's our fault.
Yes.
Do we think we'll find more of a consistently spaced out game then when they go on the road?
I think so. And that's why I'm actually kind of confident they're going to come back up 3-1 is they won't have like this big roller coaster of like skating out to that Rogers Place crowd. It would be just insane.
It's so good.
So good. And I just do think, again, I'm not like blaming the crowd. I'm just saying that like I think the players slip into like a mid-game lull of like, okay, this is just like a hockey game again. It's not like this crazy running your heart out every shift kind of thing.
Adrenaline only lasts so long. Right?
Yeah, that's
come out to like a huge burst of adrenaline when that shit crashes.
Yeah.
So
you said it in 10 seconds. What took me to say 3 minutes?
I don't think
that's what I wanted to say.
One of my favorite things about Oilers fans in the playoffs and the way we do the anthem is that we sing. It is electric. But I gotta say, Edmonton Oilers fans in the building, we are not perfect at it, and here is my problem.
Hey, a lot of shots at fans here today on the podcast.
No, we are great.
It was the game. It's time to turn it
a tier one podcaster?
I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying to make it a little bit better, and I think that you guys could agree with me. Have you ever seen in the college game when I don't know what fan base it is, but they sing "Enter Sandman," and then I saw a concert where for lead singer Chester Manningham or something like that for Linkin Park, they sing "Numb." Okay, it is chilling when the crowd sings along to a song. But you know what breaks it up is the people that feel the need to cheer after a verse. It breaks the song up. It stops a lot of people's timing. The timing gets off.
This is one of the wildest complaints I've heard sometimes.
Oh, Canada.
Are you saying we should sing
Oh,
WAP?
Canada.
As a crowd,
Yeah.
we want to
sing
rap.
crowd.
WAP?
Don't cheer in the middle of it.
No.
Each verse is...
Watch the next time.
You've got a job to do, and there's no cheering until the job is done.
But I'm just telling
Everyone's
you,
drunk,
I love
they're
this thing, and
yelling.
I just know that it can be made better because I found the cheering on game one. I was just like, "Guys, just don't cheer. Like it's so chilling if you just don't. If you just sing it, start to finish, loud, beautifully, and then huge roar at the end." When I was singing it, the cheer in the middle of the song threw people off. I'm just telling you, it just did. If nobody else feels that way, that's fine. But Google right now the crowd singing "In the End" by Linkin Park. They don't cheer them. They don't cheer themselves for a job half done. Okay.
Did we do the
Get
wave
to the end and then
yesterday,
cheer?
Chalmers?
We
Was
did
the
not
wave
do the wave.
wolf?
I did not see one wave.
Let me say, it was a 2-1 game.
Yeah.
And they were starting the wave right beside me, and you could hear people from the Loge level yelling, "No! No!"
Yes.
It was not the time.
I like that we're taking a stand.
Justice.
I'm not shitting on Oilers fans at all. The experience in the
just cheer
building
wrong for you.
with everybody in there,
it,
like everybody was in such a good mood. I'm standing there with my cowboy hat, and the guy turns around and goes, "What are we doing? Bronc riding or barrel racing?" I'm like,
boy.
"Oh, I'm strictly bareback, man." I just,
But, like,
is that,
how-
you come on, you know.
How
She's a Stetson
loud
too.
was that place after Klim's goal in the third period?
It was electric. Like it was so. It was that nervous jubilant, like that.
nervous.
That
The release.
Yeah.
the release of nervous energy. Because man, 2-1, that place just gets tight.
Yep.
My butt
2-2.
got tight.
2-2.
How'd it
It got
Clinching.
let me the
2-2
vibes
then. Yep.
in the
Tighter.
second intermission, not so good. Little nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got
It
to
sure
drink your way
was.
through there. You just got to power through. You got to trust the process. Get 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Go back to your seat.
What was your BPP?
Oh God. I was
God.
to probably 3.
Three beers per period.
Because I wasn't. So I have a system.
Wow.
At the games, I will
Professionals
not.
always do.
How are you here?
So, oh gosh, a double to start the game. You got so a couple beers in the ice house. But at a certain point, I just said, we got to get inside and we got to get to the rides because this is too much beer. Bullshit. Yeah. So then, double ride to start. I drink that.
Show God who's
I then
boss.
get 2 singles. I go down to the seat. Okay? What?
No, go on.
So then, luckily, don't have to pee that whole period.
Thank fuck.
Yeah. Go up for the intermission. I get another double. Finish it, 2 singles for the period. So we go down.
Now the game begins.
But now I'm nervous drinking a little bit.
So you're actually for BPP.
Yeah, maybe. It's not good. So then you should see the charges on the. I looked at the bank. Oh, yee.
Well, they don't give them away.
Yeah, they don't give them away. They do not. So
Did you get them all in the souvenir cups too?
yeah, right.
18 souvenir
Stack them up
cups.
beside you. It's
And
$80 worth of
The
cup.
best part was my buddy Lavin. He drove because he had some meetings this morning. But he's like, "Can I just get a Diet Coke?" And they give him it in like the glass, like the cup, like the Pepsi cup, like a 10-year-old would have. And I'm like, "Could you give him one in a double glass so he at least doesn't look like he's just drinking pop?" Anyways, that's story for another time. So second period, I finished.
more to it than that?
So I finished those 2, and now I got to pee at around the 12-minute mark.
Oh, that's tough.
So I go down.
What was your row
Quick
scenario?
one more.
Were you in the
Quick
middle
one
of the
more
row,
for the
Chalmers?
last 5 minutes.
Were you middle of the row, end of the row?
Oh, aisle, baby. I was way out.
Beauty,
So and here's the part I didn't say. So I actually for the first period I got 3. I got him to carry 1,
Good God.
and
no.
it's a good thing I
I've
did
lost count
because
of your drinks in
when
his
we
first
scored,
So we've had 2 beers,
double Ryan
double
Coke.
Ryan Coke.
I bought
3
3
singles
for the
another
first period.
double, and then 2. So we're out.
That's for the second. That's at the end of the second. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's where we're at.
All right.
But I put when we score, and I said to my buddy, I'm like, "Don't you put your cell phone in between your laps? Just make sure you know it's there when you score." Because too many times mine's fallen in the seat because I get up with
You
such
just
excitement.
sit with yourself and like
So,
nudged
like right
under
in
your-
between.
Just
Yeah,
sterilizing you with the radiation.
Why don't you just use your pocket?
It's like the South Park episode. Because I got to be able to check it. You know, it's got tight jeans on. I'm a cowboy, baby. So listen. So I say that to him. I'm like, just be prepared for when we score. It's a madhouse. Leon puts it on net. Ryan scores. I step out into the aisle, and guess what I do? Step off the step, and I almost go down. I catch myself, but then I lunge back to get myself in a position for high five. Kick over my drink. So now
Your
it's a
first
Ryan
drink of the
Coke
night.
puddle. Buddy, I have never seen this in my life, but about 5 minutes left in the first, a guy from Rogers comes down with a mop. And he goes, I go, "How did you even know?" And he's like, "Somebody called it in." So I had to lift my feet up while he mopped under my seat in front of everybody. Ridiculous.
embarrassing.
It was a little embarrassing. So, hey, listen, I kept it together after that, but it was purely because of the tumble. Cowboy boots are hard to stand in and cheer. They
You're
are
also
not
11 drinks into your night.
No. That really
What
didn't
you're
have anything to do
describing
with
is
it.
being drunk.
No,
I stood up. I didn't have any balance.
no.
Everything was
I
really
mixed in.
loud.
I mixed in a piece of.
cowboy hat.
I was so hungry.
I mixed in a piece of pizza. So then after the second, I get 2 more for the third, as one does, and then
Doubles or singles?
Singles. Oh yeah, if I get 2, they got to be singles.
Okay.
So then we get the call. We've been called up to the big time. My brother-in-law and his family were in a box.
We got a box life in.
And I guess in the third, they can send like general tickets to people to come up for the middle or third or something. I don't know where they got these 2 tickets, but they were unused. So in my mind, I'm thinking, why didn't you just give us these in the first place? Anyways, they send them to us in the third. We go up there.
They arrived by like
Crush
carrier
those 2
pigeon.
rides, pour myself a couple vodkas while I'm up there. And we stay after the game and we hang out. It was a lot of fun, man. So I don't know.
like
You
4.
count how many BPPs it was. It's a lot.
How did the
4.
tickets arrive?
Yeah, it's
Did they
4.
come in like a blimp?
They emailed me.
Oh, that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
they just emailed me because I was sitting. I had purchased those tickets off of.
But then you left, and Klim would have scored right in front of you.
I know. We
Did you see the goal? You missed the goal.
we walked into the box literally as he scored. Oh, yeah. So literally as he scored, we had just entered.
You gotta commercial break that shit.
Well, we did. It just took a while to get there.
Oh, wow.
We made it. Yeah, no, like we left right when the whistle went, and yeah, I think we had to stop for.
Well, if you would like
Anyways.
to see Chalmers put back that many drinks, you can head to the watch party this Friday at Greta,
yeah.
where he will be in attendance.
And
in fine
everyone will
form.
be a double at that point.
Yeah, those are just doubles.
No rules.
GretaBar.com/book is how you can reserve a seat. We're sold out of reservations for Friday, though. It's walk-in only.
Yeah.
So Friday, sold out. Sunday, don't wait. The parties are going to be electric at Greta. We went to Greta the other day. It was fun.
It's great. I love Greta.
Just like we got a feel for the layout. We did our show live from there. It's going to be good parties.
sales guru and Jared and I went there just to kind of. I've never really watched a sporting event there. I've always gone there for the games and the drinks.
Yeah.
So he wanted to see how the TV's laid out and stuff. It is really good. Like
work.
really, really good. There is like no bad seat in the house to watch this game.
Yeah.
There's a nice little place for you to put your pop-up shop.
Yeah, we
Sell
are going to
some
be
Nation
selling
gear.
2023 playoff gear. We're going to have that and more on sale. Nation Gear pop-up, too. If you want to get yours, though, and you can't come to the party, nationgear.ca. Hashtag ON oil up. Am I right, Charles?
Hashtag ON oil up.
You go to Greta for drinks, Chalmers?
Oh.
Surprising.
Yeah.
Given your breakdown of the hockey game.
When I woke up this morning to take the boys to school, boy, it was fuzzy.
Good thing
Yeah.
it's 2 blocks away.
Oh, I don't drive them. Yeah, no, we walk.
No. I'm saying
Yeah, no.
You get a
He
nice
Uber
crisp,
eats them
fresh
there.
air.
Yeah, I got some
Uber
crisp,
Eats comes, picks
crisp
them up.
fresh air. Take the doggo for a little walk, skis. It was nice. It was nice. I could not imagine how it would have felt this morning being down 2-0, though.
Oh,
Dark.
It would
Well,
have
we're
been,
not,
and
but
especially
yes.
with the no sun,
Dark.
I would have been like, this is not happening again. This is not this.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm like, man, we're back in the driver's seat.
I still want us. I still want us to like not make those games as close as we are.
No,
and
they
kinda
shouldn't
letting them
be
in,
that
but,
close.
like,
Shouldn't be.
We're
That's
showing
annoying.
flashes of like
Continue
dominance.
to improve. As long as there's moments where they're in
Got
the
the
high
W.
gear, they can extend that.
Got the W. Got
Stay
the
out of the
W.
box.
Is Connor sick or something? What's going on?
Well,
No,
it's,
they're
I think
just-
it's 2 things. Like maybe he's not at his best at the moment, but like the Kings are also really good at shutting them down. Like it's
What I saw last night
he's coming.
was watching in the offensive zone. They have 2 guys on Connor immediately.
So like they're
Like, they
willing to
don't- they
play
don't give
4
him
on
room.
3
essentially,
by taking 2 of their players out of the game to take Connor out of the game.
they're basically playing basketball zone defense on him.
Yeah, they're just smothering him. So like he'll figure it out.
That's
The
what
way-
I wrote about it today at OilersNation.com in my post game random thoughts. It's just he's gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
But right now they are smothering his time and space.
Like let's just adjust and like have someone else drive the puck up the ice because he's gonna be unchecked and let Connor blow by his 2 checkers and you pass it to Connor this time to finish.
How are we feeling about the secondary scoring on the Oilers right
Well,
now?
that's what I
Like
was gonna
they're
say.
playing really
Wow.
well. They were on the ice for a lot. I don't know. Did we talk about this last podcast? I don't think we did. But what I'm noticing is like normally in playoffs, you got 4 lines. You play that 1 and 2 line a lot. 3rd line helps give them a break. 4th line only comes out when everybody absolutely needs a break. Seems like we're rolling like 4 regularly.
Yeah. They're like Kostin played the least at 740 something,
which is shocking because it
Seemed
feels
like he was out there more.
He makes such an impact every
yeah.
shift. You think he's played 20 minutes.
That's why I like.
Allow me to quote myself to myself. I said Klim Kostin. Klim Kostin.
Yeah, you did.
You want to do it. Could be Pisani-esque in that he's building momentum. Did you see his post-game interview? Like how pumped he is to be a fucking Oiler? What is happening?
I know.
He knows how to get the crowd going. He says it the first time. I just love playing in front of you. She's like, okay, so take us through your goal. He's like, I just love playing
But
for
he's
you.
very
He like
emphatic.
knows
He's
it's
always
gonna
been
get
like this, Chalmers. Since he got here, he's like, I love
Oh, I know.
it.
Trust
If
me.
you're
I
kidding,
love.
don't
I
care.
love
Keep
him.
lying.
He's the
Just
best.
Keep it up. Fuck.
He's absolutely the missing
Spark plug.
emotion that we need.
That's the nice thing about playing 11-7 is guys like Klim and Derek Ryan get a little bit of time with Leon Draisaitl. So
We all wanted Ryan to get a goal. We all did. Like a good and that started the game off, and like it was a good goal.
Both those goals came when Draisaitl played with Ryan and Kostin.
Really?
And those aren't happening if you're not going 11-7. 11-7 came at a perfect time. And what I was going to
You have to
say,
mix it up when you're 11-7. You'll have
Rotate
Draisaitl
centers.
on two.
yeah, you can rotate Connor and Leon through.
so as you explained what the Kings were doing to shut down McDavid, basically accepting a 4-on-3, the thought jumped into my head, maybe they need to play McDavid and Draisaitl more together. I think in game one, they played literally just 1 second together at 5-on-5. It was like while they were changing, they happened to step on at the same time.
Yeah, 'cause they can't show that kind of respect.
So do you go McDavid and Draisaitl together for a few more shifts, not full time, but like twice a period? Just say, hey,
5 minutes a night or something.
we're willing to go there. And then what happens if they start double teaming McDavid when Draisaitl's on the ice?
What's McDavid
can't.
averaging right now? 25 a game for the first two?
Low 20s.
No, last night the
It
only guy.
should be 25 to 29.
That's early in the run though.
Yeah,
I think
well,
as the series
we
goes
don't-
on,
Yeah, I was going to say we don't need it.
and the
but-
depth is so good. They're like,
I mean, at the end of the second period, would you have said right now,
I would
we
say
really
Leon-
didn't need
I'd
to?
say Leon and
We
Connor
really
the whole
didn't need-
time. Yeah, 100%. But
Yeah, right.
that's the thing. Aside from like you remove like those 7 minutes from each game, and like we absolutely own them.
Yeah, we did.
And so we just put ourselves in that circumstance and just let LA back in. Like they might not have the scoring talent we have, but they are pesky. They put in the work,
And they can
compete.
seemingly get away with all kinds of holding and interfering without being called.
There was at the end, near the end of the game, in the dire kind of last few minutes, Nuge had a bona fide trip that was not called. Bona fide. And I'm
Where
like,
Nuge tripped
fuck.
somebody?
Nuge trip. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. I'm like, that's the penalty. We're doing it again. And we got away with it. And then they did something that they got away with. So I think the refs evened it up.
There was only 2 people in the whole building who got booed on a regular basis last night, and that was Drew Doughty and the referees.
I know.
Hey, did you notice that?
I can think of a third, but we're recording this. I won't tell the joke.
Oh, I heard a comment. Oh, I don't even know I want to say it. You'll probably have to bleep it out anyways. But man, the crowd when they get drunk in the middle of the third, they yell some outlandish shit at the
There
players,
were some guys yelling some wild
like
shit.
some wild stuff that you can't get away with in 2023.
No.
It's not happening in the metaverse. This is real.
It was offside, but we're not going to say it here.
Have you seen
But
like
just-
in the stage with athletes fighting with fans like off the court? Russell Westbrook like got into an
Do you know
absolute
why?
altercation.
Do you know
with the
why?
fans.
Because during COVID, they had to go in alternate entrances, and so that was like the entrance they had to go through because there was never anybody in that lower bar. But it's way shorter, so like of a distance to get to like the dressing room, and the players just were like, we're doing this now forever, which puts them like when the Oilers used to walk through the bar in the old Rexall.
Walk of shame.
in harm's way.
Right?
That was
It
a
puts you
tough
in
one.
the crowd.
man.
And Russell Westbrook, like,
And also in the NBA, the fans
Dude.
sit so close to the benches that they can be like, fuck you. There's a
Dude.
guy ringing a cowbell like an inch away from the coach's head. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. It's perfectly normal.
3 observations from this Russell Westbrook and this fan altercation. Number 1, that fan was not scared.
No.
That dude would have gone Russell in a
think-
second.
He doesn't comprehend that this is a real person who could punch him in the face.
Exactly.
He's like, I'm on television. Russell Westbrook.
Number 2, Russell Westbrook. If I had those abs, I'd also pull my shirt up.
Nice.
12 pack. Unbelievable.
Ripped.
Number
Shocking.
3, there's a 10-year-old kid sitting there, Russell.
Yeah.
What are
Time
you
to grow
acting
up,
like
kid.
that for? In
Time
front of
to
it?
grow up. Time to see what happens.
Yeah.
When you fuck around.
Yeah.
yeah, this is
Find out.
basketball.
Yeah.
It's just-
the league, the association.
Russell Westbrook is he's lost the plot, man.
But fans and players fighting courtside. There was a guy, I think at the Kings game, who puked on the ground.
Light the beam.
They had to stop the game for like 20 minutes and clean everything up.
I think where Russell Westbrook is at is the weirdest side, but like he's taken so much shit over the last years, and his reputation is so ruined that now he's like, oh, I don't give a shit anymore. Like, I'm just gonna.
He's legit gone heel.
Been antagonized past the point of
He hasn't,
still, man,
he hasn't
like-
lost his filter. He's like consciously taken it and been like, fuck it, and thrown it in the garbage.
But like that dad probably shouldn't have said anything also to Russell Westbrook with his 10-year-old there.
Show some respect in front of your kids.
Yeah, dude. I like that's the one thing when I'm in public at a sporting event when I'm with my son, I just don't want people to do shit around him.
Don't have
like,
14 rise when you.
When I start taking long games and I throw them on the ice,
that's
like
purely for the playoffs and the boys.
That's arguably one of the highest BPPs I've heard.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It just was what it was. I don't really know. I wasn't trying to set any records here. I was just thirsty.
Cowboys
having a good time.
Kobe
Playoffs,
Bryant
baby.
after his 82-point game. I wasn't trying to set any records here.
No, yeah, exactly.
Just elite.
Shots are going.
I'm just a man with a plan.
I love that video of the Connor interview of showing him the moss pit.
Yeah. Just a little smile.
Yeah.
So what time of day was that? Was that after the game? Was that before the game? Was that during the goal?
Yesterday, right?
Post game interview.
Okay.
Oh, post-game interview, but it was the reaction was from a goal, right?
Yep.
That he saw, yeah.
Yep.
So I think this is kind of cool, and I don't know if you guys think it's cool either, and then I don't suggest doing this because you should be coming down to Greta, but it is packed. But $5 to get in, money going to the community center to go to Rexall and watch.
Go to Rogers?
To go to Rogers, fucking Rexall. Rogers to watch the game on the big screens.
That's not
I
for
don't
me.
know, man. That's what I was wondering. Like, it's cool that they're giving you that for $5.
Well, it gives people a chance that may not be able to afford to get in the building, a chance to get in
Exactly.
the building.
No,
Four
totally.
kids to the
But
game
but
and
is it
have
a
an
good
experience.
viewing experience?
Yeah.
Oh, well, those screens are massive. Like
You get
sitting
to take
super
in the
low,
arena
no, but
experience
like
and shit.
Yeah,
high,
but
lower
that's what I
bowl
mean.
and-
Like row 10 and down all the way around.
Yeah, those would be bad seats.
Can't be great.
I was probably too harsh on it. Like I understand, like you're right, families and stuff to get in the building. I think it's like a great little
I
night
was
out.
like, fuck them kids.
There
I
should be.
would rather go stand out and get drunk at the mosh pit.
It's not like a double Ryan Coke still isn't $28.40.
It's good to have like $5 options, like
Not that I know.
skills competition, and shit like that, where families can go and stuff like that.
They bring down the price. They probably implement Oil Kings pricing or whatever for that type of event.
There isn't really a difference.
I don't think there's a difference
I
either.
thought there
No.
was a difference.
The only difference is that they
Isn't it like
bring-
the kid-sized beer?
Yeah, the beer goes down. You don't
Kid-sized
have to
beer.
get the 24-ounce one. You can just get the 20-ounce one. That's actually the
Get
only
junior
difference.
started with a kid-sized beer, only $41.
Can I
Here's your
also,
Popeye
when I was in the Molson, what's the area like right by the ice box, but like in between Rogers, the old one, not the new one by the, what is that?
Ford Hall.
Like Ford, no, is that the Moss
The
Pit?
Ford tailgate
Oh, I
zone.
thought the Moss Pit. That's okay. The other one's the Ford. Okay,
Yeah.
so the Moss Pit.
Stelter Square.
You know,
Brought to you by Chrysler.
right? The Nation street team.
Yeah.
They are fucking running around that place, running shit.
Oh,
It's a lot of fun to watch them go grab people, and you're getting some good interviews out of there. There was one posted today that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
That guy was lit up.
Those dudes, man,
People are
yeah,
excited.
they're having a good time.
It's funny. The average sports fan's ideas and thoughts when they're hammered is classic.
That's awesome.
content.
My
You'll
favorite-
never be disappointed.
My favorite one is when we asked people, or when the street team asked people, if you played next to McDavid for 82 games, how many
God.
points would you get? And some people were like, yeah, like 35, 40. It's like, oh, really? You like Tyrati couldn't do it, but you could. All right.
That's like your average Joe trying to hit the ball out of Telus
Yeah.
Field.
Can you run up the
On
stairs
BPs.
from ice level to the top and back down? Let's see you. Is there 40 points, eh?
Yeah, no, I took the escalator.
So we were talking about this today again because it comes up every once in a while, but throwing BP to JR is going to be very, very scary, even with an L screen. I took one from a 12-year-old last practice right off the arm. Couldn't get the arm back in time, and my whole arm went numb. So we really got to figure this out because
pitching
you're
machine.
wearing your Riverhawks
I
hat,
don't-
and this
but
thing is being ramped
I don't hit comebackers. I'm a pull hitter.
Well, and that's what I'm hoping. These kids, I don't know what their timing was like perfect, but they were putting it right off the bar. That's like right here on the L screen, right in front of my face. I was like,
No wonder you needed 38 drinks to go to a game. You have PTSD.
I know. And then I'm walking over to and one of the dads misses a ball, and I absolutely get dialed right on my wrist from like a kid that threw it real hard. Baseball's a tough sport.
Man, contact sport.
Anyways,
I went to Boston Pizza last night.
I saw that.
analytics.
And did you see the tweet they sent out?
No.
They quote tweeted me because I was like trying the new Fanalytics powered Appy Trail, and the BP's Canada quote tweeted it and said, just as elite as McDavid and Dry, or as 97 and 29.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, Boss Pizza. But I saw they had a beer mosa on their menu. When you've been talking about
They
this,
get
so I
it.
went in and I was like, okay, I wonder, when I hear that, what do you think? Beer and orange juice, right?
Yes, which I would normally call Saskatchewan Sunrise. Thank you.
That is not quite what this beer mosa is.
Okay.
That's what I would call beer and orange juice.
Did you invent the
Saskatchewan
term, or is
Sunrise.
that a thing?
No, that's a thing we used to always call it in high school.
In Saskatchewan?
Nope.
So it's 6 ounces of beer, 2 ounces of white wine, sparkling white wine.
Okay.
1 ounce of vodka.
Oh shit!
Holy cow.
Chalmers level.
And then finished up with 7-Up.
Was it good?
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was like a next level. I was just expecting like Coors Light and orange juice. You got it. But it was like, no. It's like handcrafted.
I need one of those. Okay, I'll
That
get one of
sounds
those.
delightful. That sounds really nice.
Was it thirst quenching and intoxicating?
There was some ice in there too, so it was refreshing. The orange slice.
Okay, I'm
legit.
getting. Well, we're gonna do a listener lunch. Aren't we
Yeah, we're
not?
doing a listener lunch next Wednesday, 1 o'clock. You can find out how to win next Tuesday on Owen Everyday.
Okay.
Me, Jay,
else
and
you get?
Liam. I got the Appy Trio, so the cactus cuts, Bandera bread, and Thai chicken bites. And then I also got myself an order of wings.
A lot of carbs.
A lot of carbs. Didn't finish it.
Good.
I'm a little guy.
Nope.
So I have some for lunch.
Tie.
So I have some for lunch. He says.
I have a question for Chalmers Home Improvement Corner, but first
hit
we're
me.
going to step aside for a quick break. Okay, Chalmers.
Yeah.
I have not told you what I'm about to show you.
No, you warned me that I was going to be put on the spot
Yep.
showing something.
So I'm going to show you a screenshot of my utility bill from the city of St. Albert in the last month. I did this whole thing on ONR, so if people heard that, then they know it's coming. But take a read over what my charges were.
What? This is 1 month?
Yes, March.
Can I say the numbers?
Sure.
You're running a.
You spent $15,000 on water consumption and
like a leaky
$17,000 on wastewater treatment
Yeah,
of
I flushed-
80%
I flushed my
of
toilet a
that
lot.
water treatment for a grand total of $33,843.
Love. You love your tap water.
It is.
When you
it is
got this
refreshing.
bill, what went through your mind? That they clearly made a mistake?
Are you running a bootleg Coca-Cola bottling plant out of your
Yes.
garden suite?
So Amber and I have an account that we use just for like home expenses, right? And she sends me a screenshot right before game 1 of the Oilers game. I'm sitting in the crowd, and they like got this money out of our account. Like we had to go.
Whoa! You had the money in the account to take?
No, we
It
went
says-
very deep into our
It
overdraft.
says, please do not pay this bill. You are set up for auto debit, which will happen on April 15th. When you looked at your bill on April 16th, I imagine that was about as butt clinching as being 2-2.
Well, yeah. So
This
I'm
is
sitting there before
incredible.
the game,
What
and
the
I'm
fuck
like,
happened?
34 grand.
Tyler's filling people's pools.
Yeah.
Just out of his garden hose.
Amber's just staring at the number in her mind.
Oh, God,
is
please
melting.
tell me you left on a faucet outside you didn't notice.
And you
When you
just
went to go
lean
try
over?
that hose bib for the first time in spring, and then you went into the basement and you took a nap and then forgot about it, and it ran all month. Okay, so you've clearly gotten a hold of the city of St. Albert.
Yeah.
What happened?
So Amber did it all because I am too lazy. I was like, it's only 34. Like,
Oh,
whatever.
God.
I'm
Shut
kidding.
up.
Amber called them and they were like, looks like it might be an error on our part. And so they said we used 85,000 cubic meters of water.
which we learned was
And,
3 Olympic swimming pools.
3 and a bit Olympic swimming pools. Someone tweeted me and I forget who it was, but they did the math and they were like, I used like hose pressure statistics from the States. You would have had to keep your hose running for like 54 days to rack up that amount of water. And the city was like, oh yeah, we're going to work on getting this refunded back to you. It's like, thanks. Cause my account is like negative $32,000 right now.
Are
so
they going to pay the interest?
And then we called the bank and we were like, what are we going to do? And the bank was like, oh, we'll write down that it was like a mischarge and we won't charge you. I was like, thank you for not charging me.
Yeah, because every day you're in overdraft, they'll
Juice is
charge
running,
you.
man.
Yeah, is that right? Eh?
Meter
So
running.
they'll charge you like. So if this takes like 5 days, you'll have 5 days worth of interest charges that your bank's gonna have to figure out.
Luckily, it happened quick and the bank was like, you're all good. Don't worry about it.
Well, believe it when you see it.
Yeah.
Did you think that you were like being pranked or like?
No, my first thought was honestly just because, again, I don't stay on top of this stuff. And I just kind of like.
Was she crying when she called you?
No, she just texted me. Come on, no one phone calls
Did
anymore.
you lean over and say to her, I plugged that toilet on purpose, babe? Because she's already swimming in bad emotions.
Did you at any point think it was Amber's dad exacting revenge?
Yeah, for
No,
the
like,
burrito
Imagine
flood.
actually that much water poured into your house, what that would look like.
Your house would just float away.
It'd be a fountain.
Yeah.
There's video of you driving up and down your street drunk one morning saying, I'll pay everyone's utility bills.
What's the
I'm a
Crescent you
big
live in
deal."
again?
I won't
Water
say that.
Lake?
Yeah. River Ave.
I've seen errors on bills before, but never to the amount of $33,462.
How would you even flush your toilet enough times to bring up $18,000?
You could eat a lot of burritos.
You don't that 1 inch line of water coming into your house. You could cut it and let it flow all month, and you could not
Remember, Jay,
have that much water come out of it.
gave me 30 grand. Remember that time? So I opened up a brand new account. I was like, 24, 25 years old. I think I put $100 into it. Get my first statement in the mail, $30,000 in my account. I'm like, what the fuck?
You're like, is this what
This what
is
banking
easy?
is? Yeah. And it was there for like months. I'm like, at some point, is this mine? Jay's a banker. He's like, at no point is that yours. I'm like, well, they gave it to me. At some point, the statute of limitations runs out. He's like, they'll figure it out sooner or later. But you're impressed how long it went along.
It went a long time.
I'm impressed that you just let it go. You didn't call them and were like, "Can you take this 30 grand back?"
Put
There was
in a
wishful
GIC
thinking
and
that
reap
you were
that
just
interest.
like,
$30,000 in those days. If something happened and they were like, give us that money, I'd be like, well,
That's the end
that's
of it.
not happening. I guess it's off to prison.
That's how I became a banker.
Yeah.
"Do you know how many
Working it
people
off.
would have spent
I
that?"
bought 7 quads. Eh?
Oh yeah,
They're worth nothing.
I'll bet you a lot of people would have spent that. Like some people just.
No, man.
Hey,
My big fear is that I was like, have we not been paying our utilities at all? And this is like
catch up?
the big bill with like a lot of interest and
You're
like
like-
late fees. I'm like, oh my God.
that would have been the height of water consumption for 30 straight months.
Yeah, no, it was quickly realized.
Like, have you been paying it for 2.5 years in this house we've lived in for 4
You've
months?
just got these huge fish tanks in your basement where you're growing illegal fish to sell to market.
I'm just loading up water trucks and outsourcing water. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Hopefully you're.
Oh, it's an
I have
article.
57,000 eels in my basement. I'm prepared to sell.
Like,
at a
how
good
much
price.
water is in the North Saskatchewan? It just sounds like a dumb question, but like,
Not as many as
doesn't
his bill.
sound like one.
That was crazy. Pretty spooky.
That is pretty spooky.
Yeah.
so like you're like, holy shit, I gotta bet my way out of this. Did you?
Oh yeah, Amber
win it
sent
back.
it to
I
me.
can
I
win it
said,
back.
"Oh no, that's my Oilers money line bet tonight. Like, don't worry, I'll double it."
I've been betting on
Oh,
sports.
I put it on the wrong. Yeah, I put it on the wrong account. No, because it's a debit.
I've
Never
been
mind.
betting on sports and charging it to our utility account. You've never done that before? It's this new program they have.
I'll tell you what I did last night as I went mondo heavy on Oilers and regulation last night.
Attaboy.
The
I did
game.
heavy puck line.
Game
last night.
one, we did
Oh, you got it.
game one. We did a group parlay. It was
I hit my leg.
More I hit my leg. There was
my
more
guy.
than a few people that let me know. You ruined it for us, Tyler.
Did you see the Drake bet on the Oilers?
We
last
had
night?
the Oilers winning the game.
You had McDavid at plus 1.5 points.
Yeah,
He didn't get that.
and they lost the game anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Did we have the Oilers winning on that?
Yes, that was the first thing we did. We're like, all right, we're putting the Oilers to win.
I'm not
in this.
e-transferring. I won my. Just kidding. Shit. Did you actually make the bet?
No, because you guys didn't pay me. After you didn't pay me for the first parlay, I'm kind of a little salty.
Well,
don't
it's
exactly
clear
get
you're not good with
1-5.
money. Just
I'm
ask
excited
for
to
it.
make some LA parlays.
You get one 5-figure utility bill and suddenly you're cheap as shit. Hey?
Okay, so Connor breakout game 3. Let's bet on it.
Hundo,
Oh yeah, on the road. Forget about it.
A couple people asked me if there was a hat trick last night, would I have thrown this cowboy hat?
Would you have?
Would you?
No, not a chance. She's
call
a
your-
Stetson. They don't give these things away.
If you're not prepared to throw the Stetson, don't wear the Stetson to a play.
That's
I
what I
almost brought a second hat.
Sure. Certainly you have a
should
backup
just-
cowboy hat. You're Cowboy Chris.
A second cowboy hat?
Yeah, underneath the
think?
first one.
Don't you have your church cowboy
The
hat?
hat,
Your
yeah,
regular,
the hat before the hat.
Your regular wrangling hat?
There's no chance I would have thrown it. I was actually worried. I'm like, what if somebody like grabs it from behind me and throws it?
It is grabbable.
It is very grabbable.
I'm a big hat thrower. This is disappointing to me.
okay.
If you wear a hat in there, you should be expecting to throw it.
Playoffs special.
Even if it's a special hat,
Oh yeah.
Well, don't wear your best hat to a playoff.
Bag Milk's throwing some of his favorite hats.
I've thrown some of my favorite.
you think the
hats.
nation wouldn't be getting a bill for this Stetson if this thing got thrown on the ice? The reason I have this thing is for this stupid thing we do.
I'm bringing down to LA. I am bringing at least 3 hats because I'm expecting to throw 2 of them.
Are you going to take these nice new Oilers Nations ones?
I'm going to buy a
That's all I
shitty
got.
Kings hat to throw on the ice.
I'm gonna buy a Fresh Angels hat while we're down there.
Okay, fun jerseys we saw last night. I saw a Tom Pody jersey.
I saw another Yakupov. Love seeing those out in the wild.
Yeah.
Any good jersey sightings?
6'4" or 10?
6'4".
Dang.
No, I didn't. I only went to game 1. I didn't see anything that crazy. I rocked my Fresh. I just sat at home yesterday though in my new Nugent Hopkins jersey from the sports closet.
Mama.
Nice. You got
good.
it.
Felt good.
Yeah, I bet. What color?
There's royal blue.
The royal blue with the yellow or orange sleeves?
Yep.
Orange
trim. Yep.
shoulders, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that looks good on TV.
It's such a good.
God, it looks good on TV.
It looks good in person too. Just,
Yeah.
It's the way it's meant to be. Supposed to be.
I do like that our crowd. We used to do a whiteout, didn't we? Back in the day. Remember Winnipeg did a whiteout, but we also did a whiteout?
I feel like we did do a whiteout in like 06.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
Because white would have been our jersey we would have worn.
They gave out T-shirts so
No,
that everybody could
we
wear
wore
it.
dark at home.
We did wear dark at home.
I think
I
you're just
remember
thinking
whiteout.
of the pom poms. The pom poms
Yeah,
gave
they
it
were
that
like
feel.
silver.
I really like this orange blue combination in the arena. And then they put on a glowing orange light around the building. It is very, very cool in there. What they do with the ice now, I haven't really focused on the ice in the pre-games, but wow, they got
Pre-game's
some
awesome.
technology.
Oh,
The Nickelback intro, fantastic.
Pre-game is awesome. They also I don't know if you noticed, the volume now is
It's
jacked in there.
Oh yeah.
But how good is the Nickelback intro? Is burn it to the ground, and then the whole crowd starts doing like the hey part.
Yeah.
That's legit. I love it. I love it so much.
It feels like a Monday because I usually go this hard on a weekend, but it's Wednesday.
So you gonna take a couple days off here?
Thursday.
Oh, fuck no. If you guys would have had beers, I would have had one with you. But I didn't want to drive the ship, you know?
That's fair. Yeah,
Got a baseball practice and a hockey game tonight.
I think you could use a day off.
Big parenting night.
Men's league, yeah. No, my men's league.
Did you just say I think you could use a day off?
How do you know? I took off Tuesday
Fair.
and Sunday.
Sorry, I didn't know
You
that.
go through 4 Olympic swimming pools worth of water in an hour, and suddenly you know who's
I'm taking
what.
for playoffs. I'm taking off every second day. I don't have a sip of alcohol on Sunday, none on Tuesday. I won't have any today because we're not having this beer.
It's
Thank
like
God.
being friends with Billy Blanks, the inventor of Tybo.
Then tomorrow night at Greta, going to be a good time. And then Saturday night, movie night with the boys, a little popcorn, lot of water, ready for Sunday.
Giddy up.
Sunday fun day.
I like it. We got
At least the
to.
game's 1 hour earlier on Sunday.
Yeah, that is good.
If you're looking for a good meal on your day off, Chalmers, maybe you need to go swing by and see Jamie at the South Island Pie Co. Pick up a nice pie, nice meat pie.
Nice meat pie. Does
A
he have
meat
any
pie after a big night.
That's
any
something.
playoff
that-
special
And
pies?
during a big night.
It's good for righting the ship. It's good for just a base layer before a big
Setting the
night.
tone.
Yep. Nation 20 is the promo code. Gets you 20% off at South Island Pies in store and online.
I need to stock up again.
I need to. My cousin came to town and we made donair pies and he loved them. So I gave him every one in my freezer.
Yeah, I gave away a bunch too.
We are going to be hitting the road. I know. I'm fully expecting while we're going through airport security tomorrow, they're going to pull out a bag milk suitcase, like 3 meat pies, and be like, you can't travel with these across the border.
But I want to try.
It's worth a try.
No pod on Monday
I was just going to ask programming
because
note.
we're flying.
What do we think?
But we're going to do a bonus while we're in LA.
We'll do one when we're there.
Maybe Sunday.
It's just we're flying home Monday.
Yeah, we're flying on Monday. So Sunday, maybe even Saturday, one of the days you'll get a little bloop, new episode of The Real Life. It'll come, people.
And then maybe we do Tuesday then. Tuesday and Thursday next week. Those
No,
both be
'cause
game
Tuesday
days.
we got ONR.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you could you want to hop in on the everyday show?
Sounds good.
Wait, Tuesday, do they play Monday?
I don't get to talk to you guys
they
from
play
Thursday.
Tuesday.
No, Monday. I'll be itching.
They played Tuesday and then they wouldn't play till Saturday.
Yep. There's a 4-day gap between.
Yeah.
So,
5 and
anyways, once again,
Say
You
that
need to-
again.
you need to
What?
lose
We're not
one
playing
to
Thursday?
win
I got it
in
on my
5.
phone as we play Thursday.
No,
No, there's a 4-day gap between 5 and 6 because of the Lakers Clippers.
So we play Tuesday, Saturday. If there's a game 6, it'll be Saturday night in LA. So you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off.
Well, that gives us lots of time to fly back. Maybe I'll come on this one.
lots of time. Oh, we won't be going for that one
I know. I'm trying to start something here.
because we won't need to.
Hello. Yeah, I think there's a chance the Oilers wrap this bad boy up.
Just eliminate the mistakes and we're up 2-0.
Yeah.
I know. It's just
Like the Oilers are wildly outplaying them at 5-on-5.
How about Florida beating Boston last night?
Beating them bad too.
Bad.
It's been an interesting start to the playoffs because 6 of 8 home teams lost game 1. I find that interesting.
Are we as excited to watch the Leafs lose tonight as we were to watch the Oilers win last night?
Well, is Hedman playing? Like, if Hedman and Cernak are out, that should bode well for the Leafs. But, like, wow. Did the Leafs ever leave on game 1?
Well, let me ask you a question. We were talking about this. I talked about it on Better Late Than Ever yesterday. Would you have rather lost game 1 the way the Oilers did or the way the Leafs did?
Oilers. At least then you walk out of it being like, hey, if we clean it up and play good, we're all
embarrassed.
Yes.
Yeah, they skated off
We
the ice.
just lost a hockey game.
They got booed after the first period.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because wasn't it like 3-0 quick sticks?
Yeah.
Their coach is a spaz. Sheldon Keefe. Good Lord. That dude, his fuse is just
Well,
tiny.
he's under pressure.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
Do you think Jay Woodcroft last night purposely asked for the re-question because he wanted to show how loud the fans were, but he actually did hear it?
Probably.
He had the press
He's a
conference,
little-
so he
he's a
gets
little
asked
cheeky.
the question. He's a little cheeky sometimes. He does some things, but like he's listening to the question, and you can hear outside, "Let's go Oilers," and it's loud. And he, right when she finishes the question, he is like, "Can you repeat that? I didn't hear it." And then like kind of looks outside, like
awesome or like
awesome.
upset?
No, he's
Okay.
awesome. He's
'Cause
like,
he
he's
also-
like, you hear what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
this is what it's all about. But
That's great.
Yeah, no, it was
That's
good.
being a showman.
No,
He
I know.
also had some cheeky comment about like, well, we scored on the only power
That's what I was
play
going
we
to say. He
got.
said it 3 times.
The
We scored
only
on our only
play.
power play of the night. We scored on our only power play of the night.
You get the same refs through the whole series?
No.
No, was it the same game 1-2?
Yeah.
This is something Rick normally tracks. We need Rick.
Yeah, we do. Because
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself
I
when
wanna
they
talk
were
about
booing the
things I don't
refs
give
when
a
they
shit
came out
about.
on the ice, I'm like, poor guys, if they weren't the refs for game 1, they had nothing to do with it. Now they're getting booed.
Like logistically, it would make sense for it to be the same refs, like to move them around that much. Like I guess that's what they do anyways. But
There would be, you'd have to move them around.
Who did they have? So game 1, the Oilers had Trevor Hansen and Eric Furlat. And then in game 2, the Oilers had... yesterday we had Kyle Riemann and Jean Hebert. So, yeah, no, different refs.
That's good. I'm glad they changed it up, but it didn't really change much for us.
I almost wish they'd keep it the same because then I feel like there'd be some semblance of like looking to even it up because the Oilers
'cause,
deserve
like-
some even ups.
Yep. LA's had 10 power plays. Oilers have only had 4.
Have you seen?
we
this?
are also taking really dumb penalties.
Yeah. It's a
like
lot
the
of-
Kane one. It's like, why are you like?
I get what he was trying to do, but it just.
Well, why
obviously-
take the risk? Like it's
Yeah, that's fair.
and then
It is fair.
the batted one. I'm trying to remember. That was so stupid.
So dumb.
So dumb.
It's like
Why
you
are
get-
you
you
even
get the
swinging your
idea.
stick at that above your head?
But the execution was poor.
It was very poor.
You could you could whack it with your glove.
He hit it and it went out, and it took me a second to realize that was a penalty, and I was like, "Oh, that was really fucking dumb." In our own zone.
Nuge penalty wasn't great either. Although, to be fair, Drew Doughty yard sailed completely.
But you put the stick in there, you're fucked.
Can we talk about
and then dries.
number one hockey guy, the guy with 73 stitches? How do you get 73 stitches? Is that like 36 underneath, 36 more?
It might have been deep because that was a skate to the face.
I
Because it cuts
saw-
like here to here.
I
so.
saw the clip, and my God, I never want to see it again. He literally gets
Like, for, like,
pushed
seconds.
his head down onto a knife.
Yeah, and it's just
That's
like slowly rubbing.
Oh my God! And I know that the Vegas player didn't know what the hell was happening. I
No.
know that when he gets up and he sees the blood just leaking out, and he looks, and he's like, "You gotta!" Like he's like, "Go, get out of here!" Like, dude. And then to come back
That's
and
hockey,
play that
man.
game.
Hockey
Hashtag
guy.
hockey
Just
guy.
hashtag hockey guy. That is that guy. We could play on my team anytime.
Pat McAfee went on like a long soliloquy, just like saying about how hockey is the best sport, how NHL playoffs are the best, how hockey players are the toughest.
Yeah, good for him. Great for the game of hockey.
Well, I feel for him, but yeah, it is a testament. These guys they're nuts, man. They're nuts.
Broberg wears his visor just like Puljujärvi. where it's like way up.
Yeah.
So it's not even like
It's
He's
the
been
no
getting
visor
scratched
visor.
too. Hey, in Carolina.
Yeah, he hasn't played in the playoffs yet.
he has not
Maybe
played the
now
playoffs.
with they've got Teravainen out, Svechnikov and Pacioretty, maybe there's room for
And
them.
they're still 2 up, eh? Like
Rising King.
Islanders, fake news, eh?
I think the Canes are a little too banged up
Canes
now.
are
but
deep. The Canes defense are legit.
Yeah, the Canes D is really good. I feel like they're done round 2. I have the Rangers moving on there. Rangers look
We
good.
know where the Rangers
Yeah,
end
we
up
know,
in
yeah.
your plans. Tie.
They win it all.
I listened to the show. I could hear your apprehension about you're just like, hey, I'm just doing this to even.
I love the Rangers.
And I love and Frank set it up because he's like, I'll go first.
Yeah.
So because he didn't want to be the weenie at the end.
Saravalli.
He wanted you to be the weenie.
No, the weenie. Great use of the sponsor, Frank. But I regret not being able to be there. He says for Friday for the watch party.
Well, they've got a sign in Grat.
I know.
They actually nailed it.
I know. He's got such a deadpan delivery that I can't tell if he's like super proud of himself when he says something like
Oh,
that.
he probably got someone to write that for him. Yeah.
Oh, good time. Well, exciting going into the weekend, boys.
You know who's going to be down in LA? And he said first round's on him if we meet him up at Tom's.
Kobe?
Buhat?
No, not Buha lives in Vancouver now.
Oh, that's right.
Fanny Pack Freddie, our buddy from the golf tournament a couple years ago.
I've
What a
actually
good
got
guy.
2 buddies going to be down there for Game 4 too. I'm excited.
What about legendary nation actor Eric Johnson?
He is not in LA. He just actually left LA. He's back in Toronto.
What about Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Would be meeting up with him?
Could be
He's trying
there.
to buy the Sens. Well, that's kind of a rumor. Yeah,
Really?
He's part of a
What
group.
about the XFL? Can't have it all, Rock.
I think he can.
Can't have it all, Rock.
Dwayne.
Just Mr. Beast him. How come you're not giving all that money away?
You could give that to every pothole and have them all filled by morning.
How are the seats in Vegas or in LA that you guys got?
They're okay. They're just okay.
Was it lack
be
of
in the
availability or are the prices sky high?
Well, so we were
Little
able to buy
above.
like normal tickets, not like secondary or third, whatever.
Oh, you
black
bought
market
legit.
like because they still had tickets available.
Okay.
But no, we're in like the second bowl, like equivalent to second bowl in our ring.
Yeah.
I also found
Good
'cause
views.
last time, like we were too low.
We were really low last
We
time.
couldn't see far side, but
Yep.
like the stuff that happened in front of us was great.
Yep.
So like, yeah, no, they were good. I wanted to bring it's not fucking those flights. The prices just kept skyrocketing. So it
Just being
affected
in the
ticket
building's
budget.
all you want,
It
really.
affected the ticket budget, but I'm still happy where we
Give
are.
us a glimpse, and I know that you don't like to spend all your time taking pictures and stuff, but I know, and I did this too, but we take a lot of pictures like out in the concourse, outside the arena, that kind of stuff, but like from the seats, left, right, center. I want to know what it's like to be I want to feel like I'm in that arena with you.
Okay, we'll
You know what,
post it there.
Chalmers? We can do that for you, pal.
Can you?
Yep.
Because I've never been in that arena. I've never really. There's
We need
not
to
many games
blast
where
the
I've
stories.
been into an away arena where you feel really outmanned. Like I've been to a game in Phoenix, but everybody there is an Oilers fan, right? I've never been. I've been to like a
there's gonna be-
Calgary game, but it was like middle of the season, and it did. You know
Half and
them.
half.
They all wear suits and not jacket,
Calgary it's
not
half and half.
jerseys. Yeah, right. So I've never really been the 3 guys in an Oilers jersey surrounded by Kings fans.
But there's
I
going
wanna
to
be
be a
there
ton
with
of
you.
Oilers fans in there.
There'll be a time, but it won't be.
You won't be like half and half or anything, but like
Like we were in a section with a group,
Yeah.
so like we had a
I could count on one hand how many Kings jerseys I saw last night.
oh, easy.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
It was like 3, and one of them was actually really cool. The old silver one with like that Gretz wore, the black one with the silver and black. But
Yeah, we'll post a bunch.
that's
of
the
stories.
part. Yeah, that's the part like that I miss out on is like that in crowd experience in another place, and I think that people in the nation
Yeah.
would like that.
I feel where we're sitting, we'll be surrounded by Kings fans.
Yeah, yep.
Especially because I took an area where there was just 3 seats available to buy in a row. So
I'm guessing you're not
I'm
going to be
thinking
sitting
we're
next to Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
no, we're not on the glass.
Guessing you'll maybe be sitting next to Christopher Mintz-Plotz. And
Who?
I don't know. I was just thinking of like a D-list actor.
Christopher
McLovin.
Mintz.
That's
Oh,
McLovin.
Yeah. Christopher Mintz-Plotz. So
Oh,
he's
Mintz.
also
We've got you up
I think
here
he's a
with
hockey fan.
McLovin.
That's why I said him.
We've got you up here with McLovin in the
Yeah.
VIP section.
Yeah. And
You
the
know
guy
McLovin gets good seats.
and the redhead, the guy that's a waiter also.
Oh,
Terry?
Shermanator.
The Shermanator.
You know what? I'd love to sit next to the Shermanator.
Go to his
I
restaurant
don't
and get
think things
served
are-
by the Shermanator.
I don't think things are going well for the Shermanator. Look him up.
Bungalow in Santa Monica is where I last
Pretty
heard.
sure there's a mugshot.
That he was waiting.
Yeah, he's waiting for his next role.
You're probably going
His
to go to
name is
some
actually Chuck
Vanderpump
Sherman?
restaurant or something. That's Tyler's stuff.
Why am I getting traded?
I don't know, because I feel like you watch those shows.
What shows?
Like Vanderpump and like Love is Blind and
I watched that.
people whizzing and
Love is Blind
drinking
reunion
it.
was
definitely
awful.
people with
Waste of time.
Is there a
Hated it.
show about that?
See, look at him. He's
Silly.
He's smiling ear to ear.
Silly. I know, exactly. And he's like all defensive about it. What are those 3 flats of beer just doing sitting right there?
They are not for you.
Oh, well, I figured that. So I'm not having
Sorry.
one.
That doesn't mean that they're not doing anything, though. What are they doing?
Yeah, what are they doing?
There's a couple of handsome gentlemen that get those for promotion.
Yeah, nice. All right, what else we got to do? What else we got to do?
All the blue check marks are disappearing from Twitter right now.
420 today. You guys going to go get
Noted,
baked up?
Frank Saravalli did buy his check mark.
Attaboy Frank.
Yep.
Someone tweeted, Oilers fan named Kabir, and says, I like to think that the years of trying to determine if a tweet was sent by the real Jim Matheson or one of the 5 indistinguishable Jim Matheson parody accounts has prepared me for the blue check marks being removed. And isn't that like the most,
It's
like,
so true.
you see a Jim tweet and
Is it, though?
And there was a while where like 2 of the Jim Matheson accounts, the parodies, followed me, but he didn't. So I always knew when one popped up, I'd click, and if they followed me, I'm like, okay, it's one of those jokesters who like runs around doing whatever.
Jokes.
And then the real Jim followed me, and I was like, well, now I'm fucked. I don't know which Jim is which. I don't know which one's the real Jim. I thought that was a good tweet, though.
Imagine Jim Matheson's playing the game at such a level that he's all his own fake accounts.
I can see it.
You can see that?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. Your M-Check, we can see it.
He's running game.
He's playing 7-level chess.
Oh, fuck. That would be a great like little off-season game. Play, did Jim actually tweet this? And then just like flash stuff up.
Well, Jim has been interviewed in Switzerland.
Yep.
Noted cheesy gordita crunch enthusiast Mikko Koskinen.
I think Mikko's having a good playoff run wherever he is.
With all his money, Mr. Cates. We have any reviews, your M-Check?
Yes.
I'm trying to find out what happened to the Shermanator, but I don't know if he actually got arrested.
Try mugshot and then check the date. I'm pretty sure I saw him.
I feel like, did you leave a review?
No. I just...
You want me to read a review read by you? You're like, come on.
Yeah.
I haven't done reviews in a long time.
Okay, yeah. So we have a couple here. This one from Hardy Stew Lover came in a couple weeks ago.
Who doesn't love a hearty stew?
And it's titled Chalmers, 5 stars.
Wow.
Okay.
Hi.
But it says, who is Chalmers? As far as I can tell, he has no affiliation with Oilers Nation. He doesn't provide particularly good takes or opinions, and hockey seemingly isn't his sport of choice, yet he feels entitled to have a custom clothing line designed for him. What a guy. I think the newish, in brackets, last couple of years, listeners may benefit from some explanation of who he is and why he's here. On the side note, why did you spend 20 minutes talking about the worst Avatar? He went on to talk about how we should be talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, which also confused me. And then he said he likes Big Brother
Are
Canada.
you just zipping through his review? How long
There's
is
a
this?
lot.
It's a lot of words.
But the part about Chalmers was the good part.
Yeah, I see.
Do you want me to break it down? I can break it down.
Sure.
When I was 11 years old, I made a hockey team with Jay Downton. His father coached us, and we hit it off. We became friends. That summer, I found out that he was also a member at the same golf course, so we golfed all summer together, where we met another friend of ours, Dave Pope. The next year, or 2 years later, we met Wanye, who was also a new member at the golf course.
14-year-old Wanye?
14-year-old
Hello,
Wanye.
fellas.
And we golfed together every summer for every single day for about 4 or 5 years. And in the wintertime, JR and I would sometimes play hockey together, but we would just go to our friends' outdoor rinks. We lived very, very close together.
Then we hit the club.
And
when we were
they
old
just
enough.
became 2 of my best friends. And
Okay, but why are you here?
well, so that's a good question. So when they started
there's the motive, though.
when they started this company in a house in Belmead that they lived together in, well, I still lived with my parents. I would hang out there.
It started in a condo downtown.
That Zach
Oh,
knows.
before Belmead.
Zach now lives in.
No, that was after
did
you
we
guys.
start
You started in
after
Belmead.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we're 06 in Belmead. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
When you guys
wow.
were still importing
I just
weeds to
remember-
sell for
I have
a
vivid
we're
memories.
flipping
an upcharge.
Shit. Flipping them weeds.
So when we would have so they started this company, and I thought it was crazy. I've said that before. I thought it was crazy.
said
Because
don't.
I didn't understand the internet. I didn't understand, but these two they always had ideas. They always made things work. And I've just watched this grow. And Wanye and Jay and I went out a lot to a lot of parties. And I guess Wanye, if I'm not speaking incorrectly, he thought that I was very entertaining at these parties.
Now, I wanted to do this podcast with Chalmers. So when we first started this show, and it was Gregor and Stradwick and I was like, we have to include Chalmers. And then Stradwick and Gregor big league me, and we're like, we don't even know who he was. Kind of like that guy in the comments. And I was like, fuck you guys. I want to do a podcast with my friend. So I always sweated Chalmers after, but he was like, I don't want to be on your show. You suck. And then it took about 3 years, and I convinced him.
Yeah, and then I came in and I started doing it, and I had a lot of fun.
You're entertaining,
and now
you can hold people's attention.
And I'm going to be very honest with you, like as we get older, we all grow apart. We have families, and we don't get to do the things that we get to do as much.
a
And we
good
go
anchor.
on football trips, and like I have a group of people that I play men's league hockey with, and if it wasn't for men's league hockey, I probably wouldn't see them all that much, right? Unless we really made a point of it. You're two of my best friends, and this has become something that I really enjoy because I get to see you guys all the time. We get to shoot the shit. Hockey is my number one sport. I come off as it's not being. I love football. I love golf. I love watching baseball. I love all sports, but hockey is what I grew up playing. It's how I met JR. It's my number one love. It's done a lot of things for me in my life to have a lot of fun. My parents were very good to me. So, yes, I love hockey, but how fun is it to come on a hockey show and pretend that you don't? And love golf and
Think
want to
about
bet
that.
on football.
Yeah.
So that was always going to be my thing. I was going to kind of be the contrarian. I was going to come on here.
And if it's real life, you want to talk to your real friends.
You kind of want to, just shoot the shit.
That's the
And
point
so
of it.
it took me a while to get comfortable. I still don't think I'm all that comfortable. I should probably prepare for these more. But
He
the fact is,
sit laid back on the couch with his feet
no, I mean
crossed.
okay,
Stetson on.
I'm very comfortable. Yes, prepared. I could be better.
You spent your whole life preparing to be yourself, talking.
But that's the other
confidently.
thing we never wanted.
don't
You
need
guys
to.
always, the reason you guys have ON Radio and the reason you guys do all these hockey eccentric shows is so that we could have this one that was more about the personalities of the people that run the
It's
nation.
just sitting down with people and shooting
Right.
the shit
And
in real life.
Exactly. So what's his name? Love Stew?
Hearty Stew Lever.
Hardy Stew? That is,
it in a bread bowl?
That is a 3-minute
Dick.
synopsis of
That
why
was-
I am here
I
and
might have
who
been
the
longer than
fuck
3
I
minutes,
am.
but yes.
What else?
We
you got?
got another one from
Yeah.
Dahoosman. Woo! 5 stars. I let my son listen.
Oh,
That's a bad idea.
How old is he?
It's a terrible idea.
A lot of life advice, though.
I live for this pod. Recent news, Chalmers, I'm with you on battling the school board. It was spring break. The kids are never in school.
Yeah, buddy.
Never. It needs to stop. How are we to live? Chalmers is a man of the people. He is now and always will be. Other notes. Why the hell doesn't Jay bring in snacks for the pod? Some croissants, some lemon tarts? Like, come on, man. Weak. So he wants you to eat more. True story. Wanye and I were good friends in high school.
I was just going to say, I ran his student council ascent to being student union president.
There you go.
That's my dog.
We were good friends in high school and university. He talked me out of becoming a teacher when I didn't know what the future held, told me to go into business. I followed his advice and owe him for that. But since he never responds to texts or LinkedIn messages, I'm left to thank him on a review for a podcast where he is sometimes the, I'm going to butcher this name and you guys are going to make fun of me, Joey Fatone?
Fatone. No, you nailed it.
Tone, come on, man.
Nice. I wasn't sure if you had to emphasize the E. He says he's sometimes the Joey Fatone of the ON group, the Chris Kirkpatrick, if you will.
Ouch.
Love the pod. I do let my
Ouch.
10-year-old
It's because
listen.
of the braids.
Swear words.
I do let my 10-year-old listen when we're driving to his sports. Always an interesting recount with my wife. He has to learn these life lessons somewhere. Finally, Yaremchuk is talented and organized. I find him very professional for such a young man who ultimately dresses like a 50-year-old man. Okay? But he is talented.
It loves piss humor.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
Loves it.
I will keep listening, but I will not watch Avatar.
Yaremchuk,
Kryptonite.
just answer me this. What business do I have on LinkedIn in 2023?
I don't know.
I don't conduct business. People on LinkedIn are always expecting you to know things and where you at on Tuesday and that sort of thing. I haven't logged into LinkedIn in
I updated
8
my
years.
LinkedIn for the first time in like 5 years the other
Why?
day.
You looking for a new job?
But now I see,
Yeah, what a weird thing to say right here.
Interesting.
The only reason you
Why?
would update your LinkedIn is if you're, looking for something else.
If you're going to the oil rig,
Looking for something
just
that's
say
missing.
It. Your MJ, just say it.
I got
Don't be sneaky and LinkedIn your way to the oil
is he
rig.
getting red bag milk?
No.
if I got
Navigate this.
I got
Yeah.
a LinkedIn request and it popped up in my email
And you
from
were like,
someone,
this could really help.
and I was like, ooh, if they're looking at my thing, I should probably update this.
Recruiting at oilrig.com.
Okay.
So I just went and gave it a little update. So it no longer says I work at Jersey City. That is not
Is that what it said?
It said I worked at Jersey
You
City.
had a LinkedIn profile when you worked at Jersey
and it said
City?
and it said I was a student at Nate because the reason I made it is because it was a Nate project to like make a LinkedIn account, and then I left it.
You think you just show up at Jersey City and get a job? You have to network your way in there.
Yeah, you need to know
deep.
people.
What do we think about LinkedIn? What's the benefits of it?
Sales leads.
Sales leads?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like building up
If
your
you're in
sales
the
funnel.
outbound sales game where you need to reach out to people, it's the way to do it.
I'll show you. Like I don't know if my LinkedIn.
I get like email where it's like, this many people searched you this week or stuff.
Rather than going to a website or trying to like comb through a labyrinthian Rolodex, you just look on there.
It's
I think-
business Tinder.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Tinder.
Maybe I'll go update mine.
Yeah.
Get it back into it. Any
Cowboy
other
Chris,
reviews?
noted alcoholic.
There is some shady, weird sex things that happen on Tinder with some like
Tinder?
LinkedIn. Jesus.
I would hope.
Yeah.
Where like you'll be like, oh, like someone emails you and it's like they've got like obviously they're trying to sell you something and it's like this photo of a beautiful person and they're just trying to get you to say like yes to get the meeting. Like it's how the honey trap as
okay.
they call it.
Thirst trap?
Thirst trap, yeah, a lot of thirst trap stuff that happens
Yikes.
on LinkedIn.
You want to know something crazy, Chalmers? One time I was in San Francisco and this lady was at like an event and I got a business card from somebody and I was looking at it and this lady goes, oh, let me see that business card. In San Francisco, and I'm sure other cities in weird corporate networking circles on LinkedIn, MBA on someone's card where it's M.B.A. is
Yeah.
married but available. An MBA with no dots is a Master's of Business Administration. And this lady was like, let me see that card for a sec. Yep, just as I thought, M.B.A. And I was like, what?
You're like, oops.
That's why I don't go on LinkedIn, Hoos. Because there's people out there, M.B.A.
There is that type of
I
stuff.
can't make sense of this shit. I'm out.
Any more
I
reviews?
fall for it all.
Those are fun. Those are long.
Let me just enter my
Those are
credit
long
card
ones.
here, and I believe everything's in order.
If you're listening on Apple, you can leave us a review and we'll read it.
This is gonna be. I'm doing it. This is the end of the show, so hopefully a lot of people don't listen to it. This part, but a little humble brag. I want to give a shout out to the guy from Winnipeg that listens to our podcast religiously, loves it, and his sister was sitting right in front of me in the game. And she had no idea who I was. I was wearing my cowboy hat. And she turned around and said, can I have a picture with you? I have to send it to my brother. He absolutely loves you guys. And I was like, and I'm like, oh, cool. Like, how did he know? He's like, he saw us on TV from Winnipeg. And I thought
on
that
TV?
was,
They have TVs in Winnipeg?
How did he see you on TV?
I don't know. I didn't think they had cable there.
Oh, no, they're just missing an airport. They have TVs.
But yeah, I thought that was
Fly.
next level
Well, Chalmers
fun
is fourth
stuff.
row, like right in kind of the
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, dude, like the camera, like if there's a
With
play.
a cowboy hat on, that was a bit of a tell.
Yeah, and exactly. I'm like the only one in there with a cowboy hat on, really. So I'm surprised. We live in northern Alberta, in Edmonton, prairie country. I don't see enough cowboy hats out there.
I think we see enough.
Yeah, I think it's a good amount.
You don't have to wear them. I'm just saying, like, I wish the Cowboys would
You know
come
what else
in.
would be dope is like a fringe vest, like a leather vest if you were to rock a
Yeah,
vest.
that's what I
Tassels
say.
on it.
Yeah.
No tee and vest.
Cool.
That's my look for the summer.
That's your look for summer?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, maybe get a deep tan.
Okay.
No t-shirt, leather vest.
Okay.
Deep tan.
Some short cut off shorts.
All right.
No tee and a vest and Crocs. Let's fucking go.
Well, good episode, everybody.
Was it? It was good. I liked it. It was fun.
Crumbling quickly, like
That
ours.
was
We're like an hour
Stealing.
10. Like, yeah, great work.
Yeah,
Let's
time
go.
to go.
We'll chat to you when we're in LA. Bye bye.
I need a nap.